Well, folks, it's time for an NA showdown. Let's bring out your first team. It is 100 Thieves!
100 Thieves have been looking incredible when it comes to the creativity. The coaches keep surprising everybody, including the players as well, that maybe at the beginning were trying to figure out where this was going, but it felt like with the new additions to the squad, Mutino and Bora, they look stronger than ever. They are supported by a coaching staff that trusted them last year, that gave them the success last year, and then you combine it to the core that we've had for the past, it feels like forever, 3 years, 4 years, Bang, Cryo, and Asuna. Bang obviously having a little bit of experience going into Sentinels and coming back to the squad, and it feels like this is finally the time for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they have a really good opportunity here to make it to that global, especially after only being 2 games away last time from qualifying to Santiago. This is their chance to step back into the ring and throw their hat in there and make sure that they're ready for this playoffs play.
They played so many matches during kickoff, more than anyone else. 8 games total, 17 maps. And like you said, they were so close. The only teams that they lost against were NRG and G2.
Yeah.
So it feels like they still have that to beat.
And now it's time to bring out their opponents. Get ready, get set for G2 Esports!
The Titans of Americas, for a reason, because this team always manages to qualify globally for these events. And this roster, they've been together for so long. Speaking of a core roster, when you look at these members who have ride or die together for so long through multiple iterations of orgs, this is what the team needs to do in order to prove themselves as those Titans. They've done the Americas down to kind of a science of learning how to win and qualify for globals, but now we've seen them slow down a little bit. This is kind of their chance to show that it doesn't matter how creative the other team is, but that they are here and deserve to qualify for another global.
And Valen said it, the thing is that they never left. Yes, they had a slower start, but this is not the first time that happens. This is a team that is able to adapt very fast. We remember even kickoff, they were playing really slow, they were playing, and then they started switching up a little bit more, getting really aggressive. They're willing to try things out until they figure out what is going to work out best. And what works out best is what gave them success in the past, what qualified them to these internationals. And now they just have an opponent that they know very well and 100 Thieves to make it happen.
Yeah, and I think that's what they do best, right? They do a really good job of working together and making sure they fix their things. But
Pearl, that's an interesting one for 100 Thieves, since we've literally just saw them in week 5 against FURIA. That was the one map they lost.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. I'm wondering if either of these teams have changed their comps, because I'm looking at this and I'm kind of concerned, but this has to mean that 100 Thieves have kind of done something in order to come up with a new game plan to defeat G2. And then again, Lotus for that second map from G2. Another interesting pick, but this is kind of a 50-50 for me, Dan, for this whole map pool.
It is hard to tell depending on what they're going to play. I feel like that is going to determine everything. For this map of Pearl, I think the main thing that I would consider at that one condition is exactly what we're looking at, is this cryo chamber that has been incredible. Is one of the agents that I feel like sets him up for success the most, and that fits him the most. He can get a little bit more aggressive, but he can also play back and be the one holding that side. So for that, I'm paying a lot of attention to that. And on top of that, the little change as well of Phoenix and Neon.
Yeah, switching it up.
They did it on Breeze, and now they do it on Pearl too.
But wasn't Asuna playing Neon on Haven and Timatino was on the Phoenix? So they're just so flexible and fluid, changing these agents with each other. It's kind of interesting, but I mean, if it works, it works for me.
I really like it.
I like it, because Asuna, he's really good with the support flashes. When he plays the KO, when he plays the Stage 2, support util is really nice. And
it's a different look for G2.
Different look.
Yeah.
Baby Bay on the Vice makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah, that is the Vice that we've been seeing a lot of, and one of the things that I was wondering if it was going to change with that duo that we talked about with Cryo on the chamber, and then potentially Baby Bay being able to do the same. But to go back on what we were saying for 100 Thieves, yeah, they were, I feel like it was a bit controversial on who was going to be playing the Neon and the Phoenix. They switched it up on the last map of last series before going into playoffs, and now it feels like it could be a permanent thing.
Yeah, well, we're ready for this one, and so are our casters. So let's send it over to the duo that is still working baby-babe playoff matches in the year of 2026. Here at Brandon's Live Show.
It's a good way to open it. Yeah, it's a great way to open it.
Testament to his incredible career, to be honest with you.
Yes. Yeah, no, listen, he's having a great time so far in Stage 1. Dude. Statistically, he's near the tippity top. But let's talk big picture, though, because this is an important matchup for, our opening games here in Playoffs of Americas. G2 versus 100 Thieves. These teams, they have a lot of history of each other.
Yeah, they do.
They definitely do, but there's often a one-sided history, where it's always G2 usually winning against them. In fact, I believe 100 Thieves, the only time they ended up winning against G2 when G2 entered partnership was when they just entered, and it was 3 times back-to-back in the same stage.
And that was the stage, as the desk has been talking about, where 100 Thieves made it to a global tournament, went to Shanghai, looked like the best team in Americas, had an amazing bind, no longer in the map pool right now, but the maps are tipsy-turvy and all over the place in this series. G2 are going to be showing us new compositions here and probably on Breeze as well.
Yeah.
Already 100 Thieves swapping around their duelist too to match it with what they were running most recently on Breeze with Timotino and the Neon. And see how clean things like this B exec look.
It's already quite different from the way that 100 Thieves like to play this composition. No look towards mid control, no look towards A to try and farm up towards the orbs. Just a straight up honest B hit. That might be why G2 were playing it so loosely with just Jorgamo waiting.
Yeah, take a look at how they try to approach this. 100 Thieves wanting to put some aggression here into Jorg.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to try and have to hold them back. The stun can only do so much and not enough at it. Asuna still here though, having to adjust for that horn. He's going to be brought down. Well, you told where that came from, though. It's going to be layered down to see if they can slow down the G2 approach. Jumping through. What a shot by Timotino. Sleep is doing backflips. 100 Thieves looking to see if they can hold this one back. Sharp shooting overall. Even trades at that. Still 3 players left to stand and open sight lines. Open lines to the taking. 100 Thieves with that pistol round under their belt.
Great beginning for 100 Thieves, man. Being able to put together a solid B execute, get a little bit of that aggression going as well. Love that. You know in this meta that so many teams are playing retake, you've got to be able to disrupt it. And they catch Jorgamo before Trent was ready. And they actually bled all of the utility out of the retakers too. There was no flash there, that's why you see Leaf dolphin diving through the smoke to try to get back into the site.
Nice!
It's a very solid beginning for 100 Thieves, who I think are still the underdogs when you look at it from a historic point of view, but man, they do have the momentum coming in.
They absolutely do. They might see a bit of a brawl. More than a bit of a brawl is going to be a bloodbath potentially occurring. G2 will look to see if they can draw any of it out with this E-code. A couple of classics in their hands, but they're doing the damage and the work now, but it leaves it just down to Trent. He's not long for the world. Over in a blink of an eye, but 100 Thieves remaining with just 2 players alive.
You know, the silver lining in those kind of rounds is you don't actually give 100 Thieves the time and the space to very diligently walk around, get as many orbs as they can into Asuna, and build up some kind of big ultimate for the bonus. Here, Asuna's taken down super quickly. And that means that he's still only halfway towards the Phoenix ultimate that can snowball really quickly on an attack side like this. I think it's fairly decent.
Absolutely. Bonus round, not too much bite to it for 100 Thieves here, but
back to the well of these big execs.
Yeah, and I think listen, it goes against the grain in terms of what they've shown on pull.
It does, yeah. Normally, even if they're doing some kind of sight hit like this, it's a 4-1. And G2 are looking for Cryo somewhere around mid. He's just going with the team.
Jorg's just trying to exit out. He's going to be able to escape with his life there, but looking to see if he can hold down another layer of aggression.
Yeah, look at those thorns.
Yeah,
they used to stop. Yeah, super defensive for the retaker.
We're aware of 100 Thieves. They're win cons for this team. Potentially to try and find forwards here. Flash and a peek out though. Asuna's going to be dropped. Lau leading the charge as Leaf rifle in hand. On the entries here, Timotino won't even get time to pick up that gun. It's a quick and clean retake from G2 overall. And they're a squad that have been also trying to find their identity, I think, throughout this entire year. They're normally known as the most consistent team that we've got in Americas. They always make the finals. They always make the international events without fail. But this year, it was a little bit different.
They are the bar in Americas when it comes to consistency and excellence. Yeah. They won literally everything last year. But you're right, they are in a little bit of a finding themselves phase. I think part of that is because they came into this stage with so much of the tech around Harbor. They were going really heavy on Harbor theory. Last time we saw them play on Pearl, they were playing Harbor. Last time we saw them play on Breeze, they were also playing Harbor. Now, the Breeze one is not that far away from meta, actually. Tons of people playing it there. But on this map, they've had to change things up.
Moving away from it when a lot of teams are indexing in.
Here's that classic mid-take that you were talking about earlier, Brent, from 100 Thieves. Phoenix wall over towards B-Link, and the Neon wall towards Art helps them take that space really early on.
They don't take the space rapidly. But they wait around for a little bit now, just jumping in. Timotino looking to disrupt crosshair placement. Play the rest of the team in. Taking up that lane residency now and putting a squeeze onto these B players. It's all up into the back halls. Angle! And Valen's just decapitated at a moment's notice. Smokes blooming, blossoming, and fading away. It gives that open sightline for Cryo. Free reign. This flank needs to pay dividends now. Jorgamo rapid onto it. They're not hiding their intent. They'll win at the show that they are actually fully engaged and trying to create as much noise and pressure as possible. That Trent can potentially sip through and make something happen. Up towards that heaven angle. Jorgamo done and finished. A bit of a half clearance, but now it's just left up to Leaf, and now in a 1v3. Players jumping towards him, lining up. Leaf! That is unreal!
How's he been allowed to get away with that one? What a 3K! For a moment there in that round, Brent, I was thinking to myself, hey, maybe G2 actually go for a save at some point here.
Yeah.
Like if the initial pressure on the flank doesn't quite work out. Oh my god, how wrong am I?
Found the perfect line.
Cryo is stunned. And here the lineup on the first two puts Bang in a really tough position. How's he done that?
That's just ridiculous.
The thing is, it's not even out of the ordinary for Leaf, is it? He does work magic like that on the regular. My god, what a round, though. Completely turns this map. Look at the 100 Thieves economy.
Yeah, the money, it's flipped on its head for 100 Thieves. You're working with barely a gun, really, just a couple of sheriffs and a bucky.
Here's that Neon wall once more. And you see,
default.
yeah, you see the kind of pressure, like, if you were trying to contest mid against this, it's pretty difficult. At the same time, it's the kind of thing that G2 would have been looking into as one of the main things that they anti, right? Yeah. Because 100 Thieves lean into that mid default so often.
Critically, doesn't work as well against the Vice wall in lane.
No, it certainly doesn't. I mean, you're not melting that one to death like you would be with a Killjoy turret or a chamber trip or something like that. You've got a lot more resiliency with Baby Blade's Vice utility.
Can't be broken as easily. Now we're going to see the full-on hit. 100 Thieves. I mean, Timotino is way ahead of the pack. The rest of them got caught by that siege. Trent's util was pretty much picture perfect, and alongside that, the ultimate. They're going to be sound cues taken, cut completely away, and with that, the decay. Oh my goodness! We're just showing off, are we?
I mean, there's a highlight play from Jorgamo.
God, I don't care if it were eco kills. That's a clean transfer.
Yeah, it's stylish. It really is stylish. Flawless is the right word for this one.
One enemy remaining.
A fade ultimate use. So, you know, silver linings for 100 Thieves, chipping away. But I think they'll be happy with that one. All right, Leaf, he generated the Phoenix ultimate even before he actually won the 1v3 clutch.
Round 2, I don't know when, but
yeah,
he's had it early.
Right at the beginning of the previous. Now it looks like they might actually want to try to contest a potential mid-default. It's not coming their way, though. This is the 4-1 split that 100 Thieves also like to go towards. Ran this quite a few times in their game against FURIA.
I don't see any resistance, just a pullback star and a peek. Cryo. Let's see if we can activate a bit of a silent hop up. Whoa, peek, and well, okay. T-Rone demise, just the head clean off.
Cryo's very sharp. If you don't catch him with a trap play, like the one that G2 were trying to set up, if you're just timing contact into him or peek into him, oh, he's so snappy. He's good for those.
Timotino's a bit of an insert. Now the re-clear. Leaf's looking for information, but the ult immediately dissipated. Taken out, and it goes both ways. Asuna sends it flying forwards, running it back, seeing if he can get a little bit more going. The off-angular Leaf, it does pay off, but Spam narrowly avoiding most of the bullets hailing down.
He's done a good job of holding on to this area, but 100 Thieves have an access point now to try to split onto A. And that's a sharp flick on the Valin.
It's magnetic. Straight to the dome here, but still the pressure comes from many directions. Baby Bay! It's your time to shine. Just gets this one and backs out. He's definitely applying the pressure. Now with that steel guard and offloaded. And that's going to be causing these 100 Thieves players to scatter all the way back into a familiar direction, potentially seeing it. He's taking a couple of chip shots in the process, and all that damage done eventually pays off in the finds a kill. That's a 2v2 though.
Trent, so much pressure on him, and he's only got an Ares to work with.
Might be the gun for the job though here. Still, they've just managed to work their way into the slightest of corners. Bang will be able to get that safe plant off.
Trent knows that they've been looking to get aggressive down here. He's seen it 3 times now.
Cryo, hyper aggro already. Just a shoulder peeking out. Gave Trent the awareness, but The Ares just not working out. Still with the rifle, this guy is going to walk about, and Cryo not finished, not content with just laying back onto the site there.
Cryo had a monster round just then. I mean, so many situations where somebody challenges him and he swats them down.
Ridiculous.
This first one was really nice. Then there's a Phoenix ult into his face. And then even here, Trent knows that he's peeking. I think he heard a footstep even.
He saw him before Cryo did.
Yeah, and yet...
Good, boy, let's go!
Yeah, I mean, partly because of the Ares, right? It's not actually the best weapon for Trent to have in that situation, but I don't think they'll be too bothered. Cryo's going to pick up his ult here. Tour de force. Can you escort him into a position to get something done? Babybay holds the middle of the map. He may well be the player under pressure.
Yeah, he's got a couple of thorns though, just a one and a flash.
I like the way that Babybay's using the flash to keep contesting space around mid.
Here's the Prowler. Doesn't det the util critically enough, but he might need to soon enough. And Bang's also being pressured with that attack side default. He's just looking to hold that space and contest. He might be calling for a reaction, not quite.
Babybay did not want to flash re-peek into Cryo's operator here. Probably a wise decision.
Yeah.
And they've left two inserts in pretty deep positions over towards A. As the
Clear up towards B long. Yeah, they're going to need to do this one though, a bit of due diligence because that deep push that Bang caught earlier.
Go, go, go.
Now the rest of the pack going back over towards A.
Going back, but they haven't heard anything as far as I'm aware over towards the A side. They're just anticipating that these rotates have come through, and they haven't.
Oh, the haunt timing there from Trent is pretty picture perfect. Wasn't broken, clears most of B long. And if G2 weren't aware already, they're going to be more aware now.
30
players that are
seconds
ready
left.
to respond at a moment's notice. There's about 28 seconds left. This tight angle by Babybay.
Oh, that's a weird one.
The Phoenix wall is actually kind of helping him out.
But is he going to think about Cryo? Is he even going to contest Cryo?
Pocket of play in.
He might have more in his
Might
hands.
just walk straight past him! And that's two. Ripped away, blink of an eye. Time is of the essence now with only 12 seconds remaining. But Valin under control with a rifle. And the state of the game, the state of the round. Seconds bleeding out now. No more chances. No more time to plant. G2 all on top of it, and Valin the one leading the charge.
Oh, that's nasty. Really, really good anchoring there from Valin. Like a laser beam, that Phantom, as he rips people down. And Babybay, too, being able to pick off multiple players on the entry.
10 seconds
They weren't,
left.
I think, anticipating somebody to be tucked so close after they had walled. It does make it uncomfortable, but it's good for it.
Let me cash that disrupt in, Chama.
Any translators?
No. Don't ask me. Do not ask me.
I love the way that G2,
no
though,
shots.
they were patient in that round, right? They are actually getting really good value out of the Vice Wall. 100 Thieves are not tripping it. It's not part of their default to go and get rid of it. And therefore, G2 were able to sit back and never give anything to Cryo's op. Here's another trap play.
Yeah.
Off Trent's contact.
He's just jiggling it, though. Doesn't want to get timings here. Leaf. Okay, Leaf. All right, buddy.
How's he getting 3 there?
Just gets 3. Believe with his death, he gets his ult as well for the next round, so he's going to be happy with it.
Yeah, it's an incredibly nice play. I think he gets one of them while utterly full blinded as well. Maybe he gets 2. 100 Thieves are definitely struggling a little bit with, I think, the new composition that they're playing into. And to be honest, G2 are playing quite a normal comp here for Pearl. A lot of people now are playing the Neon and the Phoenix here.
Yeah.
But it's the twist of the Vice wall that really seems to be throwing off 100 Thieves. And normally the way that Vora is calling, he runs a lot of fakes on the attack side. Well, that's difficult if your opponent has great information all the time. And they also run a lot of mid defaults where they trip out stuff like the wall. This time they go past it, and Trent confirms it's real.
Probably getting acknowledgement. There's only about 25 seconds left here. The usual game plans for 100 Thieves not quite working out. Risky business now. They're hunting for a couple of kills, looking to commit to the plan. G2 know that they can just play this one with a little bit of diligence.
I mean, the only problem for 100 Thieves is that Cryo have got... he's only got 2 bullets in his gun.
Yeah, it's not a lot to work with.
Otherwise, it might be winnable.
Steady hand up. He knows how much he's got to work with, and he doesn't want to let it rip too early
Last
here.
player standing.
Idiot up, though. Might not get another chance, and there it is. Yeah. Bullets fade away there. G2, another one. Added to the tally. Added to the total.
Yeah, and their ult economy is in a way better place than 100 Thieves as well. G2 are coming into this next round with a Phoenix ult and an Astra ult. Great ults to try to retake with on either of the sides. lineup by playing a slightly unusual angle.
Enemy remains.
I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on 100 Thieves right now.
Yo, Chama. Dude, I'm so far ahead of these kids, bro.
Yeah, he actually is, though. He's 10-6 currently, and he's running them. Since that 1v3.
Yeah.
He wins a 1v3 on site, and suddenly they snowball that into a crazy advantage here. You might not judge it necessarily by the scoreline. G2 are only 2 ahead. But they're favored to win the next round, too. The ult status is just way better for them.
It's a big deal as well. It's 100 Thieves map pick. They were hoping to come out swinging, I think, as well, but they have shown a lot of tape in terms of what they did. Even though they are trying to get one step ahead of it, we saw at the beginning of the map itself, they're running a lot of those B hits.
Exactly.
Yeah, they typically stay away from that, but now, it definitely calls for adjustment.
Yeah. One of the rounds that I loved that 100 Thieves ran against FURIA on Pearl was they ran a fake B that baited out a lockdown retake. And I think that's the kind of thing that you would love to do in this situation, is run some kind of fake, see if you can pull out the Vice Ultimate or the Phoenix ult. I think, though, G2 are just going to be smart enough to save that until a post-plant scenario. I don't think they're going to be using those ults early. I think it's going to be really tough for Vora to outcall Valen here. And if you lose this round as 100 Thieves, then you've basically lost the half.
Yeah. Tough position to be in if you're 100 Thieves. You're hoping to put your best foot forwards. I mean, when it comes to playoffs, 100 Thieves have not had the best outings. They typically do make it, but usually end up losing this opening match. And this was a chance so far. Early days yet, but to right the wrongs.
If you're a 100 Thieves fan, you know the pain of thinking, hey, hold on, this team can do something
we hate
this
to
time.
remind you, salt in the wounds. But
well, this is their opportunity to change things, isn't it? You are, at this point, 2 wins away from Masters London.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that. You are really, really close if you can just put 2 great wins together. And they're coming off great form. They beat the 2 teams above them in the group. It looks like they're going to make pressure towards Art here.
Jorgamont just holding steady for now. It's Valen off to the side. It's a little setup. Stun forwards, but not a wall as well to evacuate. Get out of there.
Good patience. Again, that Vice wall yet to be tripped over towards B-Link.
Deal re-exploration from Jorg! Oh, okay.
Some of these shots are gross, man.
Slapping down any adversaries that might step towards Art.
Well, Leaf just ults in a 4v2 to figure out where they are, and he's secured the spike position.
Yep, just flexing, I guess.
30 seconds left.
Seen some unusual Phoenix ults, actually, since it's become in vogue.
Oh, mate, some of them have been shocking.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's, 6-cost ult.
Yeah.
They're thinking I'll just throw it out.
It is harder to use on the defense side.
Wow.
Jorg's having a round. He's on for the ace.
Yeah, it's a good trade, but can they hunt out where Bang is? Bang just looking to stay alive at this point. No chance to win the rounds. Baby Beto, I think he's got his number. And there it is.
You can't see my
Controller
face
arriving
right
towards the
now.
bitter end. Round 9, looking at 6-3 so far. G2 fully in control.
They certainly are. When you're getting this kind of value out of a single guy, and the stun isn't even perfect, but what is the prediction shot on Vora?
Oh, wow.
He just sees a leg and pre-aims where he thinks the head is going to be a microsecond later.
Filthy.
If you're getting big performances like this out of Jorgamo, how is anyone going to stop you?
Scary team.
Very scary. And I love Leaf on Phoenix. I'm glad that they've gone in this direction for Pearl. They've only run it 1 time before, and that was an immaculate performance. Running the Phoenix and the Vita.
Central to potentially fight that. They were molly towards the back of the box. A lot of damage though. Spam just peppering Asuna here. He's got to run it back though, so he was just hoping for a couple of kills. But
that defense
Phoenix
blaze wall is so nice from Leaf.
How did he even wrangle it into that direction? Baby Beto under that pressure. Have to peel back a little bit here. Got that space. Now we're starting to see it. Call for a pause. 100 Thieves hoping that they can feast all that noise they made as pulled some players away.
Oh, Valen is not going to record. Oh,
well,
it
is. Yeah,
just the tail end.
Wraps around there to seize as well. This guy's being pinched, and now Valen finally finished off there. Judge in the hands of Timotino, looking to see if he can pave the way to a bit of victory, and the double smokes to split the site up.
Spike planted.
Plants down.
Could be the first round in a while that looks good for 100 Thieves. They've got post-man positioning down.
Timotino potentially just going to be giving up his
Oh,
life to the
backstab in mid.
boards. The backstab into mid. Potential into corn. And this is just ships in the night. No way! There's just a leap there. Util in the hands for us, ready for the trade. But that judge still needs to be reckoned with. Tibertino, draw more than blood, brings it to that 1v1, Baby Bay. Doing the Lord's work. Versus Vora, trying to find it now, and he is just down to 2 HP, 10 bullets! Shredded, no more bullets left! My God, man!
Dude, you cannot be letting G2 have opportunities like this. There are some wobbly moments here. It is a round on the board for 100 Thieves. Take a deep breath and relax, 100 Thieves fans. But my God, how can you when this is how the rounds are playing out?
We had time to pull out the second.
Yeah, dude, Baby
On
Bay
2
nearly,
HP.
He nearly won, what was that, a 1v3 or 1v4
On 2
that he was in?
HP.
Oh, dude, that would have been a horrendous round to lose, but it's okay. Dub in the column. Focus on the positives.
Lower the cortisol.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, they've still got money to be able to buy with as well. They can recover this half. A 6-6 half would be amazing for 100 Thieves.
Trying to go back to that mid-defaulting, but they're never going towards double doors, which is where that vice ball typically is. A flash and a peek forwards. That is an ult immediately removed. Leaf is a menace right now. 2 kills. Offset Valin. He's got his watchful eye onto that main avenue now. The flash forwards. They are on top of it all. G2 leaving no stone unturned.
Massacring 100 Thieves on these splits. Delayed to stop the players scaling through Arch, and Asana's going to get cleaned up here. Every avenue watched, every opportunity for an upset covered. G2 in control again. Look at them here. The flash full blinded so many players. Somebody was playing anti, but they didn't swing deep enough to be able to get the punish on. And I love this repush into the smoke after,
So good.
after dismantling Cryo's first peak.
No hesitation.
Is this the new hot dog?
Yeah, they do. You know, listen. Hot dog got overdone. We referenced it on the broadcast.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. If we're talking about it, it's not cool anymore.
It's not cool anymore.
Yeah. It does bring to mind a bit of Mean Girls. Stop trying to make fetch happen is where my brain goes, but again, boomer references.
Okay.
Cryo's not being able to get the impact that he wants in this map.
Right,
it's not like he's getting completely buried, but you know, he had a great round earlier.
I mean, the whole team is just getting dismantled. I mean, I think 100 Thieves, they're more used to, I think, to their mid-default actually getting more value than it is.
Well, I agree, right? They have not been baiting out the Vice wall.
No.
You said it, they've not been actually going with the Phoenix wall over towards B-Link. It's been killing them.
Yeah, normally a crucial part of 100 Thieves' game plan.
And these trap plays.
Yeah, just off a pixel angle and a flash to re-peek and put Baby Bay onto the line. Bullets are shredding, looking to see if they can get a pinch up onto these players, but again, they just swat them down. That's Tibertino immediately dealt with, but Baby Bay does in a steady hand, and okay, balance just over the shoulder there, isn't he?
They have turned 100 Thieves into mulch. One nice round in the middle where 100 Thieves were able to scrap something together and almost lost control anyway. But other than that, the defensive setups of G2 have been immaculate. The information, the trap plays, the op towards the end as well to punish Cryo on his 1-4 default.
Chama! All right, good job, guys. I didn't do anything.
Oh, thankfully, neither did 100 Thieves in a lot of those rounds.
Some sublime stuff for G2, though. We're going to go to a quick break on the other side of things. Of course, we'll see continuation of this map.
Red Bull gives you wings.
really, if the narrative and story around G2 was that they were trying to find their footing in this year, they are doing quite a lot, I think, to display that.
Definitely.
8-4 at the half. It is dominant, really, versus 100 Thieves. I think they came in with clear preparation in terms of how to deal with 100 Thieves pull. I mean, it's the, I guess, the crux, the double-edged sword, I guess, when you show the map as often 100 Thieves has, and they picked into it, even with adjustments that they did make. They were constantly adding to their own playbook, but G2, with their own setups, they were more than ready for it on the defense side. Now we get to take a look at the attack.
Yeah, let's see what G2 have got in store. I think so far the theory's been really nice from G2. And again, like you said, you can hide it. 100 Thieves go for a little peek out through art at the beginning of the round just to see if G2 are going fast through mid. It's a maybe trap play. I couldn't tell who was taking contact there. Maybe Jorg was the one taking really shallow contact. But this triple stack was originally working out through art at the start of the round, now going on an exploration over towards A main. And they're seeing nothing.
Oh, Cryo. Sharp shooting is going to be needed and ordered up here because he is deeply pushed. I mean, he's getting to range of the rendezvous, but he might not even be able to get towards it, towards Pillar. Yes, he is. Within range now. 2 shots, eventually peeling all the way back. Lucky to be alive, though. That's going to be a molly landing potentially at his feet, but no, he's just going to be backing all the way out, giving free reign here to G2.
Do G2 themselves go aggressive in the post plan?
Wow, they might when they see that, potentially. Valen's only seen the one player, but now all that noise and all that Yuto moving forwards, they could try and flip this away, but they choose to fight and stand their ground, much to their demise.
Yeah, well,
demise, I should say.
The plant is bad for them as well.
Yeah.
They planted for long, and now long is gone.
Trying to flip the sight ever so slightly. It's a lot of chip damage, but no real kills going away. And now the backstab of Cryo. Hold on. G2, hold on, what's going on here? You filled up the feed entirely in red. You should not be allowed to do this at all, man. Should be illegal.
The positioning plays way better for 100 Thieves.
What's going on?
Baby Bay has just ripped 2 heads off, I think, by swinging back halls. We'll have to take a look in the replay. Yeah. Oh, man, the first kill was just as the smoke went up. And then a jump out through heaven for Jorgamo. They were getting hard pinched. They had a back plant for them. Flank retake was coming up, and they were getting squeezed from CT. They had to land the kills immediately, otherwise 100 Thieves were going to suffocate them. This is brutal.
Yeah.
This is brutal. There's a lot of nice things that 100 Thieves are doing in this map, and none of it is paying off.
Sees the molly though, that will connect. Jorg has found a safe little pocket to play in, but it might not be safe for long as bullets raining down. He's going to offload it either way and get the hell out.
There's another nice little play that 100 Thieves go for, and yeah, they get Jorg down to half HP. Yet to know whether that'll matter. Leaf picks up his first ult point of the half.
Martino trying to take up residency towards that back hall spot, but Molody, you're sitting in for way too long. Cryo, what's going on? Just cooked to cinders. Trying to hard-boil himself or something along the likes. I mean, Timatino, you get the one, but back halls, G2 are looking to not contest with. You understand where the danger lies in wait.
Yeah, you could just keep this guy in here like a pet, but do not go and challenge him. Nicely dealt with.
Yeah.
I've got to imagine that Cryo is just holding with his headhunter, thinking, I've got to hold this angle if we have a chance to win the round.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it is an eco. You're allowed to take risks.
Yeah, this is the same lineup that Lee's been using a couple of times.
Yeah, so he's like hard holding that angle, just hoping that they push through.
He could still swing wider though.
Yeah.
I think he didn't quite understand that he was going to still be stuck in the molly. Well, I'm wondering if G2 got something nice to work with here on the bonus. The ideas so far have been lovely to watch. At this point, you're just kind of reveling in the great stuff that G2's bringing out to the match, because 100 Thieves have looked out of it.
G2, when I talk about them, they've always made playoffs. They always go the distance, making it towards the finals, looking to see if they can put the best foot forwards to make that a reality. Completely dismantling that hold over towards double doors. Fast lane. Cuts up and divides most of the B side, leaves Bang in a very awkward spot, left to anchor in a position like this. Looking to take a timing, past it, but again the trades are just immaculate and a little bit too quick. Backstab applied, but again that trade from Vora, still it's only 2 players remaining for 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
They've handed over the weapon.
G2 do such a great job there at leaving Valen to prevent that B link. Hold him, and Baby Bay's like a laser beam, man, again.
You would not think this guy's 30. To reactions like that.
Leaf's going to clear out B link. Goes for the little jump, and he's going to spot Cryo there just towards the end.
Cryo, obviously position noted, and all it takes is that triple face. A little bit of a high-low here for G2 to get up to 11.
another really nice round from G2. They've got lighter weaponry, you know, Bucky, Stingers, this kind of thing. So let's go through double doors. Let's take a fight against this guy. I think Timotino should be able to get 1 in that situation. I think getting 0 is not good enough. But at the same time, G2 was set up to be able to trade him out no matter what. So it wasn't like Timo was going to be able to get away with a multi-frag situation there. The push through from Jorg just split the crosshair placement so wide. And once Timo goes down, Bang is just alone on B.
He's on an island.
Yeah,
because one smoke to play in.
This has been a bit of a nightmare for 100 Thieves. NBS is sat there wondering, what the hell has gone wrong with their map pick? The desk were wondering about it. I'm sure this is a topic of discussion they're going to return to. Should you pick a map that you lost on in the game against FURIA just last week? But, you know, I don't mind it because G2 have actually had their struggles here. I guess one of the problems is you knew that they were going to be running a new map, which means you don't have any footage to work with.
Yeah. New compositions, of course. They've been moving away from the harbor that they put on display. I think week 3 was the last time they played on Pearl. So you actually don't have that much up-to-date footage. You really do leave it into G2's hands to kind of ante what you're doing. Yeah. Because of how much of the 100 Thieves have been playing Pearl, as evidenced by the timeline that we're seeing on our screens here. 11-4.
Yeah. I mean, the slightly contacty play from 100 Thieves, abused by running the sheer quantity of traps on defense side. And G2 have been super diligent so far with their util. Like, for example, in that round through double doors, you know, flash, prowler, slide, huge amounts of util to try to deal with one single player with a judge.
No one's home over towards the B site. Thieves are on a eco of their own once more. So with the due diligence, at least making sure to use a lot of that util. Cleave and clear a bit of a path forwards. Leaf. This is very aggro, isn't it?
Bring them down.
There was a player there. Potential to throw away a rifle.
Yeah, it's the kind of play that I like if you're in a rifle v rifle round.
Okay! Timotino, unfortunately, is a judge waiting for you on the other side.
It's a nice little shot.
Yeah, it's going to clear up most of the path as well, give some peace of mind, and now G2 should know that most of this is going to be coming from that lane angle towards the streets, and the util flies forward. Stun to try and stun them. Phoenix will do quite a bit to try and get these players out into the open, but yeah, with the better rifles and the better weaponry, you can just peek off the player's contact, and that brings G2 up to 12. It's really feeling just like a walk in the park right now for this team.
It certainly is. It really, really is. 100 Thieves are going to have to show something before we head into the next map.
Nasty shot, though.
A reminder, we've been talking a lot about the comps from G2's perspective. 100 Thieves were running a really unusual composition on Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
Asna playing Sage.
I'm hacking.
Bringing that comp out from Tier 2.
No Viper.
Yeah. And while it had a huge amount of success at the Tier 2 level, NBS wasn't able to recreate that at the Tier 1 level. Yet, anyway.
Curious to see if they still look to run it. A bit of conditioning.
Look at this fake. Yeah. Faking like they're going and taking a bunch of B pressure, waiting for the A walkout. They dodge the horn, and now they can start walking forwards. Actually, Vora not throwing the horn, but them tucking behind the box just in case.
Contacting a lot of the way here. The fact that they spotted Crime on the other side of the map gives them a lot of confidence. Just the ability to walk all the way up here without being punished. Leaves forwards, they're not ready for it. This is a game of timings, and this guy is just playing up 2 times speed. Way ahead of what they're expecting. 100 Thieves now. Might need a bit of a pace increase. Cosmic Divide that does cut it up and put it up here, but Jorg being left as that insert. Sidestep and dodge. Stun, lay it down at the feet, making it really awkward. There's still no plant down. G2 are not hard committed to this one. They're just trying to fish out where the remaining players are, picking them apart. And now, letting it cool down a little bit at that 40-second mark.
I mean, they could go anywhere.
Yeah.
G2 are in a 4v2 with the world as their oyster.
It's such good patience.
And it's just Cryo left to pick up the pieces, scattered all across Pearl. He's guessed the wrong side of the map anyway. This is an impossible scenario.
Yeah, how are you doing this with an operator in your hands? And at this point, G2 trying to sniff him out. Got a bit of a timing here, though. We'll see if Leaf can put a stop to it. This could be it, the 13th round. Right now, it's not quite watching it. Head on, barrel sticking out, but it matters not. 13-4, that's how we ended over towards Pearl. What a map by G2.
And that final moment is so similar to many of the other moments throughout the first half at least.
Yeah. Let's get straight back to it then. Lotus is the map of choice, and that's for G2 themselves as well. Looking to see if they could take it to a 100 Thieves squad, where they didn't have the best showcase the last time they played it, I believe, when they showcased the Sage composition. Very all in, very much just making sure they're not really hide much at all when they were running that one. So, yet to be seen if they chop and change some things up. But for G2, I mean, what we know in terms of known quantities, what they're going to be running, presume more the same. And yeah, it looks like it is the case. For 100 Thieves, we actually do see some changes.
It's a big change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really large change. So going for the... there's a lot of teams that are running the Neon Rays here. I can't think of one that runs it with the Cypher. Maybe there is a team out there that is doing that and I've just forgotten, but it's a little bit unusual. I think the Cypher helps you get back into the A side of the map if you don't start there, because you can put the cam down, you can put the cage down, and you can try to cross it into rubble.
Reminds me of the old T1 comp.
Yeah, T1 used to run this, but with a Sova in their lineup as well, which was, you know, another little interesting flair. But, you know, this is going to be a little bit different to Pearl. Pearl, we were talking about the fact that G2 were coming in with new comp, new theory, really good ideas of how to anti-100 Thieves, and there was a lot of tape on the line. This is shoes on the other foot now.
Exactly, yeah. You're exactly right with that one. And for 100 Thieves, it's a necessary one to win, because they do not want return of the old, which is essentially all of 2025. End up losing that opening game of playoffs, win the next, lose the next. 3 games and you're out.
Yeah, and end up missing out. You know, this is a team that has looked like they've got the potential to be able to make it to a global event for a while. And yet, they've always fallen short. They give you enough hope just to keep you there, and then it withers away. And we saw that at kickoff when there was a lot of excitement about this team as a dark horse. I think this time they're a little bit more than a dark horse.
Yeah, it's bar for bar. I'm going to say, I mean, it's like what T1 running it all the way at Bangkok.
Yeah, yeah.
They do the slow walk-up. They don't want to show any intent.
This time, though, because all 5 players are with 100 Thieves on the A side of the map, this is where they've got to finish.
Deep push as well up onto the flank, so G2 are very aware where the rest of the pack is lying.
The choice of when to break the trip is going to be important.
You see it now. What forwards? It's going to be dead in the thorns, and there it is. Trip immediately broken, but no heads are being really turned at this point. It's a brilliant flash, actually. There's a lot to pave the way here. Cryo try and put a stop to this one, but 100 Thieves are already flooding forwards across the side in the game of timings. Missed! Not anticipated!
Oh, no.
Whips it around. I mean, Jorgamo, quick 180. 3v3 now. Plant towards backside. Vora tight up towards that heaven angle, but already asserting themselves inside the smoke. Jorgamo found that pocket to play in. Needs to sync it up with the rest of the team, though, now. They have a bit of time to burn here. Plan's only just gone down. Paranoia forwards only catches onto the one player, sweeping forwards. And again, backs against the walls here. There's a lot of damage. Then Boris still alive and kicking, but he can't remain so. Valin versus Timotino. Swinging wide, dashing forwards. And Timotino just trying to see if he can pull Valin out into the open. But never outdone the IGL. It's a pistol round once again for G2.
So many things here where 100 Thieves, I feel like, should be able to get a kill, and then it falls away from them. I'm thinking specifically about Cryo in his position over towards Rubble. I've seen this before 2 or 3 times on Pearl, where a player from 100 Thieves has got a G2 player right in their crosshair, and then someone spins around or hits a 90-degree flick, and it changes the whole round. If Cryo stops that re-hit from coming in through tree, he's won the round for them just with his positioning. And yet it comes down to a 1v1 with Timotino against Valin, and Valin's good for it. The G2 individuals, the level has been higher today. The form has been crispier. Here you see, I think, what is going to be a standard setup for 100 Thieves, which is that 4-1. Oh my. They're going to run into the blender this time because the weapons are not there. They've hit into the judge, but I think this general idea is going to be a sensible one from 100 Thieves. You got Cryo taking space, looking for a solo lurk on A. Maybe Bay was gassing up his Cypher in the interviews that we were showing you earlier.
Certainly was.
One enemy remaining.
So, sitting ducks around like this. Flawless here for G2.
So far, that's been the word of the day.
Yeah.
Flawless.
I mean, what, the last 2 maps of the last series too?
Yeah, true, true. 100 Thieves will be hoping that they can
One
swap
enemy
that.
remaining.
This is the first round where they'll have rifles to work with. So let's see. Same idea. Cryo going over towards A Rubble. Rest of the team goes and takes space in a different direction, and you can always go back to Cryo. That's the theory, at least. I would expect, because you've got the chamber, the Cypher over here rather than a chamber, G2 could run some trap plays on Rubble, and they'd be really effective.
Delayed Haunt. Cryo does a good job just breaking it. I think it does threaten like there could be more players crossing up towards Rubble.
Running some kind of re-clear behind this Viper wall is really nice. You know, you throw the Haunt at the Prowler out.
Yeah.
If it spots somebody, throw a Paranoia at them or a Raise Nade at them, something like that. This time, Valens defending C with Baby Bay's wall.
But the switch, looking to see if they can control the orb in the back pocket. Away from the big showstopper here, just poking and prodding, but they still need to deal with the Vice wall. Contacting up as much as they possibly can. Valens got that Paranoia primed.
And Baby Bay's looking to try to get the punish on anyone who goes to bait it out. Backs off now, though.
He's going to go for it again. There it is, calling for it now with an abundance of util going to be thrown back to the wall. That's Valen looking to see if he can hold them back, and he's only got a Spectre to do it all. Still trying to get control of all of this one. The rifles at the end of the day, a bit of weaponry for the job, and Cryo activating there with all that sound pressure. Plan could go down here. Not too many problems. Jump spot, Trent gets the acknowledgement when he was looking for. But again, wrapping all the way around is Cryo, that insurance policy.
One enemy remaining.
None the wiser as Trent.
Finally gets to activating around like that. If Jorg gets a kill and a death, I think he'll be feeling pretty happy about that heading into the next round with the showstopper online.
That's a lot of damage, my god.
Yeah. Not the cleanest execute in the world for 100 Thieves. A little bit mismatched with the way that Timotino and Asna went in, but they hard fought into the Vice on the first phase of the exec, and that's always going to be difficult. What I mean by that is they didn't bait out the wall before they went for the execute. They just allowed the wall to chop up their positioning.
I think they were trying to time it up with Bang TPing at the same time as well, and he got caught on top of the wall.
At the same time, though, it did work. Like they had a vision, they went for it, they all-inned, and they did come out with the success. It doesn't look the cleanest today from 100 Thieves, but if they can start improving as the map goes on, they might well be able to get into a situation where they're winning some big rounds.
Just again, still with this Vice setup. This time Baby moves it over towards it, and Bang spots it out nice and early. What a peek by him.
That's nice.
Just activating.
Sitting on top of the wall for a second.
Yeah. Split second of that, ensuring he punishes anybody who was watching.
Now, both of the Raze players were in a bit of a race for their ultimate, and Jorgmo secured that A orb. So showstopper online for the defenders. The C site is still going to be difficult to hit. When the orb goes down, there's still Paranoia, Snakebite.
To the Thorns too. Nate is going to be sailing up overhead here. Bebe looking to reposition as well to help out his team. Is not going to be connecting, but this goes onto the other side of things. Again, a return of that fire. It is just him laying here, but still Cryo dismissed with a wave of a hand. Baby Bay is walking on water.
If you want to talk about multi-kills from map 1, there's another one to add to the tally. A 4K for Baby Bay. Hit with a Paranoia, bailed out by Valen's counter-Paranoia, and I think a stun that went amiss in the midst of all of that.
I mean, it had to have been, right?
Well, yeah.
There's no neon on the other side.
Oh, yeah. So I think Timo somehow stuns himself. Quite sure maybe blinded up and just missed the direction of it, but it's a gutting round for 100 Thieves to lose. Pushes them back down onto an eco.
It's like they're tying their shoelaces together.
Yeah, yeah.
Just tripping up over themselves sometimes, but
I don't think they're doing a great job of baiting out the defensive utility, but it's difficult to be too picky because G2's comp is very, very strong on defense.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with.
You have to get rid of the wall, you have to get rid of the Thorns, you have to get rid of Paranoia, you then have to get rid of the Raze. I mean, Nade and Ult, actually, in this situation, but it's got a lot of tools to stop you.
Yeah, heavy stack of players from G2 here. That's because 2 players shot at the Prowler. So you know it's not just Cryo lurking here.
Traveling.
And now looking for that re-clearance, walking all the way up. They got the guns in their hands now, but a nade primed! Really the wrong time, wrong place here, but still it's all G2. Even Ult's expended, why not Showstopper? Utilize to see if they can clean up around like this one, but maybe Valen was the only thing necessary.
I think it makes a lot of sense for G2 to be doing these Rubble refights into 100 Thieves comp. It's a great tactic that you can rely on to give you a lot of value. The slight downside here is that Jorg did ult in a situation where they were already, you know, in a 5v4, maybe even 5v3 if you'd been a little more patient. Okay, cleans it up. Does mean that there's a big tool here that 100 Thieves don't have to worry about in the next round. They got to get on the board here, Brad.
They do.
I
This
mean,
is the round to do it.
There's no more last chances. I know that we're only talking about it like super early on here. It's round 6, but we just watched a map where they got flattened 13-4.
Try and pick it up onto your side of things. There's a fight taken forward to that paranoia. Timotino gets the better of Jorg. I'm going to take a listen in to G2, see what they're cooking up for the rest of this round.
Holding it. Yeah, you're good. Your door open, Nate.
Yeah, I'm getting out. They have Cypher ult, guys. They're just gonna group and Cypher ult later on.
Yes, we fight this. Yeah, we should. Hold on. I have to drop. I'm trying to be silent. I'm gonna Prowler, you peek, okay?
I know exactly.
On the right. Chill.
Tuck. Wall up. Wall up. Orb up.
They might go C now. Wall down for.
Wall in, orb down.
Walk.
See a lot. Four.
Flood in.
TP in top site.
You're good. We're fight. We have got to move. Top site.
Under a tremendous amount of pressure here. 100 Thieves got their backs to the wall, but Valen again just cracking heads together.
One enemy remaining.
Weaponry in his hands, and Trent just following through off all of that pressure that was created.
So much on Cryo's shoulders here. They don't know where he is. They're worried a little bit that he could have worked through a lurk play through B perhaps, but now he taps the spike and suddenly G2's head snap back in this direction.
Now they know 1v2, and this is a round where 100 Thieves, they had the player advantage. Full committal. Cryo. He's going to need some monstrous shooting here. He can sidestep and backpedal away from the steel guard, but he gives up space in the process. The cage propped up, looking for the sight line, looking for the heads. And they just pop over too much. They overwhelm him.
Was this a 3v5 at some point?
I'm not too sure. I mean, I know that they had the first kill advantage.
I think they had 2 before Valen started responding. Look, here it is, a 3v5.
God.
And Valen, those first 2 are immaculate from him, man. They take a little bit of a risk just prodding into the site, seeing what the resistance is. And it's another situation where 100 Thieves should be closing it, and I think have to be closing it. They're going to force buy in the next round, but they've only got a Bulldog and a Guardian to be able to work with, alongside these 3 rifles. That's a disaster round from 100 Thieves, and I think it's part of the story of today. I'm not going to say it's the full story, but part of the story is 100 Thieves keep getting themselves into winnable scenarios and getting outdone by the individual level or slightly better team play from G2 in spots like that. There've been a lot of moments where 100 Thieves can look back on in this game and say, how did we lose that?
Yeah.
And that's
all throughout map 1.
Dude, you never want that to be happening in a playoffs match.
No. I mean, listen, it's not do or die just yet, right? The way we're talking, it's not elimination, but this was an opportunity for 100 Thieves, and still is, if they manage to drag it back to, you know, correct the course, essentially, from what has been the norm, for what the fan base has been looking for the longest time, is a strong showcase from this 100 Thieves squad. At the beginning of playoffs, not a little bit later.
And what's frustrating is they've shown that potential. They have beaten both of the teams above them in their group.
Yeah.
They've beaten great teams. In fact, one of them, Crew, is waiting for the winner of this match. If 100 Thieves could have come out today with a win, with a great performance, they'd be feeling confident to be able to get the win again against Crew and go to London.
That's what I mean. There's 2 games. That's what you have to win from this point to get to London.
Maybe they could still turn it around. But 100 Thieves so far have won the same amount of rounds in the match as G2 have won on Lotus.
Oh my.
It's not looking great.
Oh, overwhelmed there. A lot of players. This is an absolutely devious play. You can't be serious. You can't be serious right now. Leave! How's he done it? It's unethical!
Why has he done that?
It's just pure filth. Like Houdini, man. He's going in and out of the smoke. They don't have a bloody clue. And he might be dead, but the damage is done.
I can't believe it. When he missed the first shot onto Timotino, you're thinking, right, well, now they've got the idea.
God
And Bang's
almighty.
trapped in a corner. Trent cleans it up.
I mean, it's...
he's got away with mass murder.
It's psychotic.
Yeah, it is.
It's psychotic. You're pushing your own orb where you've just put them on it. It's psychotic. They're never going to expect it. Look at this.
I'm struggling to understand why he's done this as well. I think it's because the Omen ult came in and he's thinking, I'm getting pinched from behind, right?
Right.
Because normally you would expect to make a play like this if you're worried about like...
Oh my God!
If you're worried about like Asna's showstopper or something and you're thinking, oh, I have to go in ahead of it because otherwise I'm dead.
Yeah.
But it's the pressure from Bang behind him with the ult that drives him forwards. and he wins the round.
It's an unbelievable play to make. Blink of an eye, zero hesitation.
Individual brilliance again.
Yeah. Powering G2 forwards here, and once again, it's knocked 100 Thieves down to scraps, odds, and ends.
Josh RT has been talking for a while, actually, about wanting his players to make plays like that in difficult situations. I think he'll be very happy about that one.
Please. Going to be dealt with there. The cool rebound from that nade. A lot of damage being done here. These players are quite trapped into the corner. The satchel again, it offsets the positioning, and it is a target-rich environment. Like shooting fish in a barrel. Jorgamo, quick cleanup, and Cryo acting like he's in a 13-1 ranked game, already given up. Jumping around. Some nice shots off, though. Here we go. Hold up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is more of the same dominance from G2.
Oh.
Bro, if they close out this map anywhere near like they did the first one, we're going to be having conversations about the groups maybe being a bit lopsided. Yeah. It's going to worry. It's going to worry you about the other Omega teams.
Not again. How many bullets does he have?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, you can't be complaining up 7-1.
Does it matter?
The Cryo's getting the kills on you.
Walking all over them.
Last chance for 100 Thieves. They have to make it work here.
It has to be now. Hit in their face. Plenty of obstacles to deal with here.
Tough challenge.
They've already got that rumble control. He's not doing it again, is he?
There's no way he's swinging.
There's no way he's doing it. I mean, Pepe's just going, oh, no, what is this?
Can we go into B contact? I'm gonna tap the short.
You should.
Yeah. Sean, we're just gonna walk through.
Knife on the left. They're gonna be hard looking at us. They took all of it, like deep
Okay.
it.
It's fine. We go recorrect. Yeah. We have to go. We should run.
He's close. Raise. Nice. He's probably not alone. Careful. Wait, y'all. Yeah, it's close. He's in the open. I'm fighting. Towards slant now. Tethered.
He's gonna keep running.
You have TP. I'm okay.
Tough situation for them to be in. As soon as we jumped into the comms, right?
Yeah.
They're already in a difficult scenario, and it only gets worse. 2v3 though, may be winnable.
Okay, Nightfall's going to be expended sidestep for now. 100 Thieves are in a different direction here. Cryo and Bang are going to do their best to see if they can put together anything in this round. What's that orb as well? Just makes it so damn difficult to try and get a safe plant in.
Bang's got a TP.
Forwards though, this fight needs to be, it's critical. Okay, Leaf and Trent, they're finished.
First round where we see 100 Thieves individually outplaying G2 in tough spots.
Yeah, now we see Valen left in a 1v2. Cam timing perhaps missed there. He doesn't have a lot of util to play with, no smoke to cover it up. Tapped. Just to see if he can pull some of these players out into the open. For 100 Thieves, what a necessary round that one was.
Desperation, but they get one on the board.
Yep.
If they can pull this one back, they need a lot more rounds, don't get me wrong. But if they can, this round they pulled back massively. This was a 3v5. Even when it was in a 2v3 here, it did not look great.
Close this one out. Please close this one out.
Yeah.
Story of the day.
It is. But that round was different. That round was actually 100 Thieves scrapping back from being down. You know, 2v3 situation, they take two separate 1v1s and outplay the G2 players on the other side. All right, this round, Jorg. Jorg has an AWP, Trent has an Odin, Leaf has an Odin.
Shredded.
And if Jorg gets one kill, he has Showstopper online as well. There's just threats everywhere.
Oh my god, Timotina's down.
Well, he got chunked down to such small HP values to begin with.
Now, Valen did hard commit the TP there. He's got his ult. He used it over towards the A site to rejoin the pack. So there is a weakened C site. If Steve's look to go there.
I don't think you expect the Odin on C though. You've just seen the Odin here in tree.
Yeah. More pain going to be awaiting you right now, Cryo. Cam off to the side, just a quick little snapshot, trying to see the state of the game right now because the guy is being pressured all over the place here. Looking to see if he can get the hell out of dodge. He's in the danger zone though right now and still looking to overstay, but in hand.
In the meantime, Leaf did fall.
Nice up though, forwards. Look at the wrist, that's damage there for the wall, but Asuna gets the rocket off anyway. Jorgamo, the adversary down, and plant potential now, and more. 100 Thieves take it one step further, trying to get ahead of the curve. Plan for backside. Nade recoils, rebounds into the back. Baby though, he's applying that hurt rifle. Fully in play. Odin Spam as well, right by his side. This is horrible to play into if you're 100 Thieves.
Another situation, I think, where NBS will be concerned about 100 Thieves' inability to close out situations. When they get an opener onto Leaf, and then Jorgamo beefs his movement and goes down, I think I'm fairly happy with how Cryo's playing this. He's just distracting 2 players on the A side of the map for ages. But 2 players died to Baby Bay here. They can't trade out effectively. And G2 get another opportunity to come back in after a haunt that isn't broken. They're up so heavy right now. 8-2. Economy not in a great spot either for 100 Thieves. They're going to take another tag timeout. They're second of the map, already burnt. And NBS gets to talk to them again.
Feeling like it's necessary though. I mean, 8-4. You look at that into the second half, perhaps winnable.
Dude, bro was praying 2 rounds ago.
Exactly. Yeah. He needed everything he can get at this point.
He's asking for divine intervention. The first kills have not been going their way either. 100 Thieves have only found 3 first kills across this map, which is not a great sign. Cryo's getting bullied a little bit over towards A and not being able to work the lurk magic that we've seen from him across, so many different games. If you leave him alone, if you give him the space, Cryo's going to be amazing. But instead, they're really having to rely on the execs working, and that's tough into G2's comp.
Yeah. For G2, if you want to focus on positives to this squad, we were talking about it, but this is a firm showcase for the opening game of playoffs for them.
Oh, yeah.
America's, I think across the board, the narrative has been that a lot of the teams have stepped up. They're no longer the top dog with the target on their back, like G2, the sole, carrying team, I suppose, from Americas, where they're always making it into the finals, usually always the #1 seed. There's a lot more competition right now this year.
I mean, yeah, last year we were a 1-team region.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it feels like there's a lot of competition, but G2 have proven over year after year after year that they are a team you cannot underestimate to any degree.
Level of consistency that is almost unheard of in this game. TP, this is a fast and loose play though. Bang's going to be trying to cut this one up. Shorty in hand to see if you can take matters into your own hands with Baby Bay. Swiftly brought down.
I like this twist.
Yeah, definitely is. Fast plays on order. The Guardian sprayed out. Well, spam it away. He's only able to get the one before the trade is there. 2v4 though. Fantastic position for 100 Thieves to close out a round like this.
I mean, you have to close out a round like this. 4v2 post plan. Really good call coming out of the tag timeout as well. Change it up. Do something you haven't done before. Counter paranoia just to help Vora stay in charge of tree.
This is here in a spot like this.
Where's the trade?
Re-swinging the trade. Nobody swings. Nobody swings at all, but still Tibertino finds his one. Alan's going to be backing out. Realizes he's too weak.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
I mean, any level of economic pressure here is actually really good. If Alan can take a couple of guns away, 100 Thieves are going to be in a little bit of hurt.
I mean, he was on the head, yeah.
Fair enough. 100 Thieves have a lifeline to work with.
One more round, maybe.
8-4 plus a pistol. They get up to 6-4. Maybe they've got a nice bonus idea. It's it feels a little bit like cope after what we've been watching so far today, but NBS has just used a timeout, and that will be for specifically these last 2 rounds and a half to try to give them some ideas to get them over the line and give them a fighting chance.
Yeah.
So, round 11, something fast towards A. Round 12, Tibertino with an attack op. Was that the game plan?
Not too sure. The Bunny's also taking a bit of a tumble here for G2, despite the strong beginnings. Jorg's not going to be too worried about it when he's got the showstopper here, but signs of life over towards that mound area. Boombot, orb available for the taking, but they're going to be retreating now. All that A space was given up quite freely.
Yeah, I don't know whether Cryo has spotted at some point Baby Bay playing on A. You're expecting that to be the weaker site if you do see the Vice there. I say weaker, obviously it's difficult to get past the Vice util, and he's got Steel Garden, but there should be less players here.
Face your fear! Potentially off of that one. Here's the Steel Garden, there it is. As soon as the first set of util and ults is used, 9-4 scatters forwards. Aspas on top of the wall here, but again, that Steel Garden was weighted, delayed up until now, and this time taking away all the guns, causing for that pivot option. 100 Thieves really just have to sit tight here.
I would imagine Vora wants the gun at his feet rather than the operator.
Slight pixel angle. May just backs away.
There's 30 seconds left and Jorg still has showstopper.
It's dangerous.
I'm really worried here.
Might be calling for a pivot into B.
30 seconds left.
Has residency.
I mean,
that blue room.
If they go into B, they're going into Jorg.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're doing it now. Smoke up towards heaven, waiting for the lurk to potentially activate. Nade, just buying critical seconds here, and this lurk needs to come online here. And now Asuna is going to get some damage done and value found. Surely 1 kill. Rocket's still saved. He gets himself 2 before going down to the grave. Already onto the site. 100 Thieves. Full throttle all the way forwards. Deep TP as well from Bang, perhaps unanticipated, but the plant's down. That's the critical element. Drop down, that wasn't silent. Noise was made, so they know that Jorgamo is onto the side. Bang, set up for it. Quick shooting. Sublime stuff, 100 Thieves somehow piecing it together. Not done yet though. Leafs in a 1v2. And accounted for, Hold on, for as low as anything. Up into the line. And someone come to damage because that guy was run and gunning, but eventually put down 8-4. Hard-earned, but 100 Thieves get it.
Oh man, that final round is wild. Jorgamo messes up his movement and doesn't silent drop. And then what on earth is going on with the double comedic?
That's ridiculous, yep.
The double take is crazy.
And then someone just comes to damage. He's trying to run and gun him down.
Okay, from 100 Thieves' perspective though, that is a lifeline. 8-4, if they can take a pistol, who knows?
Who knows? They cannot drop this now. This is the best chance they've had in a while.
Not much longer now, and I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
You? No, you will always be a worm.
Just wait and see.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I don't really feel pressure that much. I feel it more in the heat of the moment, I would say. But like leading up to it, I'm usually very calm. But there's certain like moments in game where it doesn't matter who you are. I think you're gonna feel that pressure at some point. You know, whether it's like a really important round where it's like if you lose it, you're gonna be on eco and the game is close. It's like 11-11. Like those type of moments, everyone feels the pressure in those moments. So I think that's what it is for me.
As we get the second half underway, make sure to hit up expressvpn.com/VCT for in-game rewards with advanced and pro plans right now. You can hit that one up.
Yeah, I'm worried there might not be much time left in the game for you to go and do that. 100 Thieves desperately need this pistol.
Yeah.
This is... It should be do or die for them. I mean, Valen is going to call a really nice attack side, you've got to imagine. Even though the comp does trend pretty defensive, he's always got good ideas, man. G2 are super happy here. It's their map pick. Pressure is on 100 Thieves. Need to see a great pistol round out for them.
Like we said, it's a lifeline.
Toxin screen down.
100 Thieves. Flip of the switch, looking for signs of life. A lot of space up towards A. He's giving it quite freely though. Cryo, just a slight jump spot. He's looking for that information, but they don't know. Perhaps they do. Leaf has worked himself up in a very forward position. This is a re-clear attempt though. Bullets are rapid off either way. Surely Leaf is going to be caught here. There's no way he gets out. 100 HP somehow still. This guy is unscathed and out like that.
At the same time though, 100 Thieves, they adapt quickly and are looking to take this fight at front B, so they've still got chances.
Already with that peak, there's a lot of damage done here. Jorgamodo will put his life onto the line, and the 100 Thieves look to hold this one back, shut the door, and slam it in their face.
Vora's done good there to be able to get 2. Baby Bay picking up this space, realizing that re-clear went over towards B, so he's got a little bit more room to work with. They've got that kind of like double lurk threat with Baby Bay and Leaf on this map.
It's a nasty smoke too. It's going to attract a lot of attention, 100 Thieves. They have to dedicate players to look at this.
Same pathing Leaf was going for
30
early
seconds
on.
left.
Another re-clear maybe from Timotino and Bang. If they don't fight this, G2 have got full B.
Hold him for now.
but they're holding everything. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
they
thinking
are.
that they could be walking fully through spawn.
Losing B control. They're going to hear that plan go down, though. Give them the indicator, but they still don't know exactly where these players might be. Sliders of off angles, Baby Bay. Letting the shots rattle out from that Sheriff. Softens up Timotino.
It's a really nice angle, that one.
That damage done, we'll see if it converts into anything at all. Balin and Leaf.
Cryo's got a cam. He could try to, you know, ping somebody out here.
Trying to clear these angles. This is a G2 to fire on every cylinder imaginable. Timotino. Okay!
Where's that come from?
That's injected life into me.
Holy!
All right, a pistol round from the brink. Maybe there's a world.
Look at his reaction.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was expecting that.
Yo.
Like a kid at Christmas. Where's that come from? G2 had that round fully under control. It was one of the classic calm, patient rounds from them. And Timotino just answers back, slaps down Leaf, who came in for the trade on 15 HP.
That's nice.
That's really beautiful. Red Bull clutch just when they needed it most. There's hope.
There is hope. 100 Thieves. Spectres, you got an Outlaw. Possibility to do some damage here. Gonna look to shred the opposition up towards that C-mount area, but G2 are just disrespecting it. They are all the way up, and these shots are going ever so wide.
If they back into a B exec at any point here, Cryo's got this setup where they can have the cam for retake and aim to spam in multiple places off the trips.
Ocean's 11 type beat. Try and get past this. They're walking up to it, which means they're going to be aware, even breaking the cam. At least one of the trips set a Prowler, even just taking up attention towards it. I think it's going to be potentially broken. These players have already taken up residency towards the B side, up towards Heaven. Jorg is taking a rapid timing, calling for the play though. 100 Thieves, that proactivity is on display. They want to try and fight this one forward. They've lost them.
Where have they gone?
Completely slipped the net, all the way behind them. Jorgamo, he's the one who's cleared the path, and now he's the one cutting up close quarters with these pistols. The rest of the team ready to swing off his contact, taking it a fight forwards, swinging wide with the right clicks, hoping for the best here. The plant is down. G2 though left in a 2v4. For 100 Thieves, got to keep it put together, disciplined at that.
Yeah, I mean, the pathing was brilliant from G2, but the weaponry is really nice for 100 Thieves here to close it out.
Holding on to it.
One enemy.
Not missing stray shots at the end of the day still. G2 makes something out of it, at least getting a plant down in a round like this, but for 100 Thieves, a critical element. 4 of them surviving.
Deathball Valorant towards the end to make sure that they cleaned that one up. Making sure you stick together, you've got a bunch of Spectres, just trade each other out. I really like the way that Valin navigated that situation though. Definitely made something weird happen.
One enemy remaining.
Push through Heaven, they all went underneath the trip as well. Utilizing that dip in the B side. Teemo with the Outlaw is going to be staring at 5 full armors here. But maybe some kind of trap play over towards Mound can get the job done. A Paranoia would be nice.
A lot of his team are here. One way. 3 aiming to where this one could be. Prowler as well. This utility is just being sucked up there. Bang's doing a good job of making sure to clear the way forward. Oh, he might be in a bit of trouble. Indeed, he is. A bit too close quarters for his liking. Timotino just trying to glide into the fight to see what he can do. Asuna really just trying to follow through as well off of all that pressure created. But now Cryo, last one left, and he's been spotted out. Sidestep, that's a team flash. Hello. Not too much of a setup there for Jorg. Can't get too many ins to a player like Cryo, because he will punish you for it. He's even got himself a gun for it, but a backstab activates, and Baby Bay shuts it all down.
You got to respect the fearless entrying of a guy who gets team flashed with his own
he does not
squad's Paranoia and still sends it. That's Jorg, baby. In terms of the macro in this round, it's a B default for G2 to try to open the door and defuse the mount take, and instead 100 Thieves open the door themselves and try to fight in, but G2 were too fast. So both teams understanding how they want to play these situations, but G2 being a bit quicker and probably just a bit more like thorough and disciplined and practiced in this map too. Remind you that 100 Thieves haven't shown us this before with the double duelist Cypher.
Oh, he's got to be careful here, trying to get the hell out. You're right, we haven't seen it. This look, this specific look at least out of 100 Thieves.
Already adapting though. Trip the wall early, dominate the B space and the C space, and looking to play around Cryo's setup on A.
Timotino alone, you can't really fight this one, but...
Well, he's looking to deny the ult up, I think. He just does not want Jorgmo to be able to get that for free. I believe it's still up.
Yeah, to put a lot of fear into G2.
Yeah, there it is. A precious resource that 100 Thieves are now looking to team fight over.
100 Thieves was looking like they were potentially going for the reclear. There are players waiting and wading straight back into this potential fight. Prowler, caught as a noise bait. It's a sound bait. Yeah, Leaf. They were all two just locked in, I think, onto that Prowler. Leaf's able to barely get out there, shredded by a couple of bullets. 40 seconds left. This leaves it into the hands of Bang.
Well, they know there was a lot of bodies committed to the A-Rebel fight. Bang's got to take some kind of timing here or get out.
It's paranoia. Try and put a stop to them right now, but that Util has to go flying forwards. A TP, is he out too wide? Not quite, no one's watching. Asuna is here, arrived to try and help him out. Just the one kill, the trade's intact, and that Thorn damage, oh my goodness.
The Thorns from Baby Bay get so much value. 2 assists and a straight up kill. Paralyzed Bang. Huge amounts of damage over to Asuna, and then a full kill onto, was it Timo?
That's just ridiculous.
Crazy stuff. 3 players left alive to try to deal with Cryo. He's been in these 1vx situations so much.
Yeah.
You got to feel for the guy. He's always got someone at his back as well.
Yeah, life of a Sentinel player.
Somebody give him an honest duel.
I know. 10-6 now for G2. We were talking about that lifeline at this point, starting to fade away a little bit for
definitely.
Thieves.
Definitely. Winning the bonus would have been great. Winning the round after the bonus would have been fine. But losing both, disastrous. Look at the value from the Thorns here.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, it's Vora that ends up dying to it, not Ticatino. But yeah, just catching so many players there. Bang's reposition just lands him in the midst of all of those Thorns. You take a lot of damage if you try to extract yourself from them.
Wall set.
Change up of the defensive setup, but this round, the weaponry just isn't really there.
No.
G2 very, very likely to get up to 11. What? Oh no, Leaf can't even believe what he's done. He's giggling to his teammates. Oh, we gotta check that guy.
Check his PC.
I mean, from what he was doing on Pearl to that.
Yeah, nah.
I don't think, I mean, he didn't need the headshot, did he? It was overkill anyway.
It was overkill, but I did a spit take, nevertheless.
Yeah, I think he did.
That is just outrageous. Anticipating a bit of a peak there, just holding it all down. G2 just letting the game come to them at this point.
Yeah, they are. They recognize the pressure that's going to be on 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
You're on an eco, you've got to make something happen. We've got Asuna peeking out. B at the moment with the Sheriff, seeing if he can work a pick. But it's going to get increasingly more and more desperate as they find themselves down players.
Enemy down.
Did a nice one there. Second shot also lands, making a significant difference. Now being a nuisance, Thorn in their side. Asuna
30 seconds
back
left.
to the wall, both of these players in fact as well, but straight shots into the wall. Hold on with the reload, getting punished for. You've just given him an easy access opening. Cryo, he's going to try and hold this down with just that frenzy, and it's not the right tool for the job. Instantly traded out by Trent, and it's got them into the post plant. G2 can hold this 1v2. Vora, the magic. Somebody can't pick up the upgrade, but that Nightfall, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's going to be getting that connection. Acknowledgement there. G2 know exactly where Vora is.
Jorg can just run here on the flank.
Run, yeah. With a connection. All the sound cues fully taken away. Slowly closing the net here. Spots out where Trent could be. Anticipating it is up towards heaven, but here is Jorg. Just spotted out though. Vora now comes down to that individuality still. Double face at G2 is called for. They navigate it well.
It's a nice try by Vora. The first 2 kills that he got. Lazy from G2, I think. Starting to feel like they're destined to be able to win. That's vile stuff.
Yeah, nah.
But he just can't close it out. I mean, look at his reaction. He had a spit take.
His eye was popping out of his sockets.
A wooga. Okay. 100 Thieves, this really is their last opportunity. Have to try to stop G2 from getting up to match point.
All in with a rubble fight. And this time just guns out though. They do have that showstopper. Asuna ready for the play. Valin with a slight peek. That's all. Oh no!
It's an accidental.
My God. Feels like there's a bit of divine intervention at work here at G2. Whoa. Looking like they're preordained. Vora's going to see if he can put a stop to it though. Always the heretic here. Finds himself 2, but Valin still alive. 3 in around 4 and brings it into that 2v2. And all that space. Look at this. Trent. Full access to the seaside. He says, come on.
Valin has no idea whether they've pushed the spike, has to smoke it off and ult out. And yet still, they find themselves actually in a really nice position. Vor has done what he can in that spot, but Trent the Fade on the other side on an off angle over towards Spawn may just close this. How diligent are 100 Thieves?
How can I clear it? Bang, first one down, dropped. Now up to Cryo, but they know where he is. Prowler,
They found my wire.
second confirmation. You have cages to get yourself back in if you choose to activate it now, but Valen's just holding that one. Paranoia off the Prowler, contact once more. Waves at his Yuto to slow down the approach, sees what it is at it, and the transfer just doesn't come through in time, can't quite connect those dots. Trent puts a stop to it, up to 12 at G2, and now on the precipice.
6 opportunities to close this game out and advance a little bit further to a qualification match for London. Some of these moments have been ridiculous in this game.
Yeah.
They really have. And yet they've all pieced together into a dominant performance from G2. It has not really felt like 100 Thieves have been in the run-in in this game from minute 1.
Some of these shots, though, if it's me, I'm pressing escape, report, gameplay sabotage, cheating, the lot. They are getting away with some things here, but G2 never punished for the individuality. The risky plays, deep pushes. And now just holding again. This has been the game plan for them from the get-go, because again, the pressure is all on 100 Thieves. They're the ones who have to get something going. Delayed there with a haunt. Cam's going to be heard. But the money tenuous. Timotino is the only player on full armor, so leave for this outlaw.
They've got the right read, though. Asuna is actually rotating around to try to match the pack and utilize his showstopper here. So no matter where this ends, if the pack goes B or A, Asuna's going to be there to try to support.
We're going to pay dividends.
You going into the Judge or into the Cypher?
Yeah. Pick your poison situation, but G2 don't even know what they're drinking at this point. They're just trying to walk their way into the site. Cryos forward, showstopper! That is a big one! 2 players immediately dropped. Baby Bay and Trent turned into ping mist. Leaf holding it down, looking to see if he can track those players. And more patience he shows. A steady hand. 30 seconds remaining. He's got to ISO those fights though. And now, too much to overcome, even for G2. Valen, 1v4, 20 seconds remaining. Spike way out of order. Way out of grips, really. 8 rebounds. Will be falling here. Whole pack of players waiting for you, so 100 Thieves are still alive.
Really clean round with the ultimates from 100 Thieves. At least demonstrating here that when they have a sizable advantage, they can close it, right? They actually have a setup here that makes a ton of sense. The problem is they burnt pretty much every ult to be able to use that. Fade ult came through even after Asuna had ulted and been able to pick up 2 players. Neon ultimate as well for that pinch through.
Good round, boys.
It is a good round. It's a good round. It's a necessary round. It gets them on the board and it cracks G2's economy. But they are going to need 5 more just as clean as that.
G2 be menaces when they're on the lower money. Oh, that mount control immediately off the rip. G2 are just doing this one quite fast and loose, but that paranoia. Door open. Boris on the play off the back of this one here. No way! Dropping like flies!
This was the eco.
It's turned. Just like that. A quick 180. And a 3v1 for Cryo once more that he steps into.
Spike planted.
Impossible scenarios as all this guy's been granted so far in a series like this, and now he's got to do it so his team can stay in it. Right now G2, they spot those signs of life, they play it back to Thorns. There's obstacles on every corner for 100 Thieves. It was like the death blows are just raining down at this point. The post plan can be played for. Time ticking now. That spike is speeding up. The avenues for any sort of win are running surely dry at this point for G2. It is a jaunt in the park. They walk forwards and they step forwards into the next round of games in playoffs. Absolute dominance from them.
Yeah. We talked about both of these teams having momentum heading into playoffs, but there was only one squad with opportunities to win today. G2 dominated this match, and that upcoming game to qualify for Masters London between them and Crew is going to be electric.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is going to be a game to tune in and watch, but I really feel like the gears are turning right now for G2. Reinventing themselves after their flirtation with Harbor early on in the stage, and they keep up the dominance that they've had in this matchup. This has been going the way of G2, this head-to-head, ever since Shanghai. and the desk talked about it, but this is now 5 in a row that G2 have been able to comfortably deal with 100 Thieves. Only 2 maps lost in 5 victories against the 100 Thieves squad. They've got their number.
Once more, the narrative repeats as well. 100 Thieves, they enter a playoffs, they lose that opener match.